At the bottom of the map on Polar Night we have the Dong. JaeDong for Evil Genius, the third player for his team. First of all we had JYP killing 4 players of TL, and then it was In Control who was trying to take down HerO. Not successful though, and now it's time for JaeDong. JaeDong in a Zerg versus Protoss. All the way at the top of Polar Night we have HerO, the ace player for Team Liquid. He could go for the reverse all kill here, but he has to go through JaeDong first, and that is not going to be easy at all. EG right now needs a single map, one map away from taking down Team Liquid and surprising a lot of people. So many have said that TL is going to win this match easily, and TL is far from having an easy time against EG. So let's see what HerO can do against JaeDong now. So far we have the probe of HerO just spotting what's going on at the bottom right. The reason being plain simple. He started things off, as you can see here, or wants to start things off with probably a Forge and then Nexus into that. So not really the gateway opening that we see quite often, and that's why you usually want to have a quick poke at your opponent's main base to see if there's an early pool. If there isn't, then you know that you can start things off with a Nexus and then can go straight into the Forge and into the cannon. So the timings are really important there. And of course, as we already said earlier, the probe is really good at pissing people off. So just trying to block that hatch is already a huge win, making sure that the Zerg player doesn't start things off with the hatch first. We have a spawning pool instead for JaeDong. The Overlord to the top right is currently already spotting that there is a Nexus first, and we'll see the probe dropping the Forge as well, which is going to happen any second right now. There we go. So the Overlord very much in know of what's going on, and JaeDong at the bottom left just going straight for his hatch now that he has the spawning pool that gives him a little bit more, just a little bit more safety against potential cannon attacks. Because JaeDong, well, JaeDong learned this lesson the hard way. If you remember WCS last year, JaeDong was in the finals against SOS, and back then everybody really thought that, cannon rush, like, who does a cannon rush against a Zerg player? That doesn't really work. Like, SOS did it a couple of times already, and it worked because Zergs were surprised, they didn't react properly, and that doesn't work any longer. And then SOS was like, well guys, you know what? I think that still works, and I'm gonna show you how. So he cannon rushed JaeDong several times in the finals and was able to win it. SOS just being an incredible player. Not only but by the way he did it, and he surprised JaeDong, but also how he used those cannons, even putting a couple of pylons up there, securing them with cannons to have forward war points. It was pretty incredible play back then, and it really showed that SOS is one of the top Protoss players here. And therefore JaeDong very, very cautious against Protoss on this map in particular. You can always run into another cannon attack, and he doesn't want to lose a game like this to his opponent using an early Forge to drop his hatch. So right now the Zerglings actually getting into the main base. They were a little bit too fast for the cannon to finish. Might get maybe even a kill on the probes here. But with good micro, HerO should be able to avoid that for now. As you can see, the Zerglings just trying to annoy HerO as much as they can, maybe deny a little bit of mining time here, and always, of course, making sure that HerO has to really pay attention to his own mineral line, so he might lose an important timing. We have a pylon block at that third base that has already been destroyed by the Lings, and now the hatch being dropped at 5:20 in the game. As we already said in earlier scenarios, usually against the Protoss player that starts things off with a Forge, you want to have that third base around 4 minutes, 4:20 in the game. That's kind of the time window where most Zerg players will drop their third. That's something that HerO tried to prevent here, and he was able to gain another minute out of this. The wall now pretty much secure. We also have the 7-minute discourse started with the warp gate research. No chrono boost energy used yet at that Nexus onto the low ground. The one in the main base also has another chrono boost available. Finally, with the mothership core on the other hand, the Zerglings are going down, and as you can see, they didn't really kill anything. The 2 Zerglings, the only units that died so far in the game, and JaeDong with a double gas taken out. So far, no gas mined by him, so we didn't see an early gas in by any means. He knows already that he can get the speed upgrade quite late, because his opponent will have a long time until he finally can use the warp gate research, and therefore speed can be delayed, gas can be delayed, can focus on the drone production and his economy. For his opponent, on the other hand, we have now a couple of chrono boosts already being used, so he's finally putting that energy to some good use, taking even more harvesters into the picture. We have him with 41 against 38 right now. in favor of JaeDong on the other hand. Overlord spread is pretty decent, has one over there at the natural, another one right over here, could go into position later on over there, have maybe a quick look in the main base, but against Phoenixes you always want to be pretty safe and make sure that the Overlords are then fanning out. Nice trap here against the Zealot, I really like it, and the Mothership Core has to deal with the Queen right now, that's not going to work well. Well, the Zergling's not taking down the Zealot just yet, so the Queen in the end dies. That Zealot alive and the Stalker gets away too. So with that Time Warp, the Mothership Core can actually get a couple of kills. 5 so far already, killing another Harvester. And that's getting a little bit annoying. At the beginning it really looked quite good for JaeDong, trapping that Zealot right off the bat and not letting it out. Now we have 7 kills on the Mothership Core, being denied by the Queen, getting another one. 8 kills already. And does it get away? I don't think so. I think the Queen is able to get that, right? Yes. Mothership Core goes down, but so far 6 kills on the drones and then a couple of Zerglings as well. Not too bad. Maybe a little bit too greedy in the end. Could have saved that Mothership Core, I guess, easily if he just would have moved back before the final drone kill. But yeah, either way, we have JaeDong and Latec right now going straight for the Hydra then. We did see him with the gas into the link, so we couldn't see Hydra link by him for now. On the other hand, a lot of Spore Crawlers are being built, of course, since he wants to make sure that those Phoenixes don't get too many kills. Kind of, well, that's never gonna work. Like, you need 2 lifts with the Phoenixes to kill a Queen. Well, he might get it, but if the Queen moves immediately to the left, then he's not gonna. The Queen doesn't do anything, so. If the Queen would have moved, actually, I think he might have been able to exchange the Queen kill for 1 Phoenix with a little bit of luck. Because the second Spore Crawler would have gotten into the picture as well. Just the Queen moves up here, Spore Crawler is in range. But yeah, he needs 2 lift for that, so makes it work in the end. We have a few units already warped in with that pylon that we see to the bottom right here. And looks like HerO wants to make sure that there's no other base being taken. He also can send those units over to the natural if he wants to. The problem for him is going to be that there are already a few Hydras in the match. Well, actually, it's not even true. We have 6 Hydras building and the range upgrade halfway done. I thought he already completed a few of those. Colossi is going to be the tech transition for HerO. No surprise here. That's pretty standard if you start things off with Phoenixes. In the main base, we so far still have 1 probe that could drop a pylon there, and that's exactly what he does. The Zealots move into the main base right away, and those Phoenixes control the choke point. So suddenly those Hydras that are popping out need to make a choice right there, and they might actually all die. That's a lot of Phoenixes here. We have him moving back so far, but if the Zealots move in, yep, there we go. He's lifting them one by one, and he's gonna win this battle. He's gonna take down a few of the Phoenix, but all of the Hydra lists are gone. Well, doesn't have the energy for another lift, I guess. But that means that the Zealots in the main base had a really easy time there, taking down Harvesters and also Hydra lists alike. So really good job by HerO here, warping in another set of units, and JaeDong suddenly finds himself in some trouble. There are more Hydra lists now streaming in, Phoenixes everywhere, taking down as many Hydras as they can. So far, Hydra's lost, if you look at it, 12, 24 Harvesters killed by HerO. He is wrecking JaeDong right now, at least in terms of his tech units, and there's also no mining going on any longer. For now, HerO is moving back, resources lost heavily in his favor. JaeDong lost a lot more here. 3rd base coming up for HerO as well. Great play by the Protoss player, really doing a lot of damage, and JaeDong now has to make sure that he's just closing that gap in workers again, that he's making up for the 24 drones that he already lost, 25 by now. Lost 3 Queens, he also lost those Hydralists that I mentioned earlier. Of course, 17 Zealots on the other hand being killed by JaeDong in the process, but still, that's not too bad for HerO, not too bad at all, because those Hydralists are going to have a pretty tough time right now. He doesn't have the numbers to really move in and take down that 3rd base. We have a double cannon already that works really well against Zerglings, and as you can see, he's already producing his first few Colossi. One is out on the map, the second one about to join him, and we have also the extended thermal lance upgrade halfway done. We have Void Rays coming in, so a pretty good position for HerO here, really dominant on the map thus far, moving in once again with the rest of his units, trying to go in there and maybe kill a couple of Overlords. The Spore Crawler's ruining his day for now, but guess what? 2 of the Overlords in a very, very bad position here. They are both gonna die. He kills another Hydralisk as well. Those Phoenixes have been, they have absolutely been worth their weight in gold. That was amazing by HerO so far in the game, and he's still not done. He's still trying to find a stray unit every now and then, maybe an Overlord that is too far out of position, and he finds one. He gets one immediately, even with the Spore Crawler there. JaeDong is not able to save it. So he kills the Queen too, just moves in, gets it out of position, gets the lift, kills a couple of Harvesters, kills a couple of Hydras. Needs to be careful now because JaeDong is really eager to hunt down these units. It's 3 bases against 3. JaeDong getting those Corruptors. He finally wants to get rid of the Phoenixes that we have there. And of course he needs them as well for the Colossi. To the left side of the map, another base for JaeDong. And HerO doing a great job in this game. But JaeDong takes the supply lead once again, and he still has a pretty decent, well, he still has a pretty decent economy, so it's not like JaeDong lost this game or anything, but it's just pretty awesome to see how well HerO does in the early game here against such a strong player. We have +1 attack done for HerO. The +1 attack upgrade is also completed for the Zerg player, and we have him with both upgrades for the Hydralisks at this point. The Phoenixes still trying to wait for a chance to maybe go into that main base again. The Pylon taken out, no more warp-ins right now for HerO. But HerO, he needs to be ready for the attack that we see coming in from JaeDong. It's 108 army supply against 67, and that's the attack that he really has to fend off against. The double Zealot over here might be able to take down the hatch, depends on what JaeDong is focusing on right now. Here come all those Corruptors. We have Void Rays in there, but the Void Rays are a little bit too late there. 2 Colossi are already gone. The Phoenixes are not with the army. Another Colossus being moved back immediately. Nice reaction here by HerO, realizing this right away. Most of those Corruptors are already gone. All of them are gone. The last Colossus is alive, and suddenly JaeDong is on the run. The Phoenixes swooping in to save the day, taking down all of those Hydras already and focusing on the Roaches next. The double Zealot already doing a great job against this hatch, and with just a few more units, HerO will be able to snipe this base. It's down to 3 hit points. That's absolutely nothing. The Phoenixes are still there. They can still do damage. It's more Void Rays that HerO is currently building. In terms of army supply, he's already closing that gap between himself and HerO. And, well, Roach Hydra scales very, very bad into the late game. The one thing that JaeDong really needs to make that work is Vipers. He needs those Yanks against the Colossi. But it's going to be pretty tricky for him to pull this off once that Colossus count is high. And at this point we only have 1, but we have 15 Stalkers, we have 4 Void Rays already, and considering that there are 32, well, there's the hatch going down against the double Zealot. Considering that we have so many Roaches, the Void Rays are going to have a field day here. In the main base we have even more Phoenixes trying to do some damage. Slowly but steadily HerO is kind of trading those off, and he definitely can. They did their job. They definitely did. It's 3 bases against 3, and if you look at the resources, lost 10,000 lost by JaeDong, 6,500 lost by his opponent, and JD trying to move in again. Force fields, cutting a few Roaches and Hydras off immediately. They don't stand a chance here. And the Zerg player for Evil Geniuses tries to build another hatch. He wants to get his 4th. He really wants to get that 4th base. 2 sets of units now for JaeDong. He's really trying to maybe flank this army, but a blink forward. He wants to fight, and there are the Void Rays with Overcharge going in and wrecking those Roaches. No chance. JaeDong dropping in supply heavily, but it's of course the Hydralisks that really do the number now against the Void Rays, taking all of them out. For a second, HerO not paying attention because he was busy with another round of warp-ins in his opponent's main base. Has the Warp Prism there in position. Another fight to the top right, where suddenly JaeDong is trying to hunt down that Colossus. Nice micro on the other hand by HerO, moving that back immediately. So many units dying in the process in the pursuit here, and it looks like HerO might have done it. He's trying to drop the force field against the ramp, not really making that work. Another round of warp-ins might be able to do a little bit more damage, but I guess he's going to retreat for now. Did already a lot down here, and he defended his 3rd base as well. 45 Harvesters killed right now, and in terms of army supply at this point, we have 76 against 62. Look at the upgrades. +2 attack done for HerO, +2 also completed for JaeDong. Blink and charge for the Protoss player, sending units over towards that 3rd base to the left side. There are only Spore Crawlers and it's not a single spine, and we have in the main base another round of warp-ins. That Warp Prism is still going nuts here. He's killing more Harvesters. He's taking the economy of his opponent apart. It's 63 against 74 Harvesters right now, but the numbers are dwindling for JaeDong. He's already down to 59. The Zealots are retreating since they encountered a couple of Roaches and don't really want to throw their lives away here. The 4th base is saturated for JaeDong, but HerO is on his way to not only get more Void Rays into the game, he's getting the +3 attack upgrade, and he's getting Storm. He's getting Storm on top of things. He's getting a 4th base as well. At least he started the Nexus. There it is to the top right. We have only one Colossus being built, but he's in a very decent spot here. Of course he's losing some money just swapping in units at the bottom right, but he's occupying JaeDong the entire time. And look at the efficiency of the Korean Protoss player here. 20,000 against 13,000 resources lost. Definitely in HerO's favor. Getting the speed upgrade for the War Prism as well. Just trying to be a little bit faster around the map there. A little bit more flexible. Trying to attack those different positions that we see for JaeDong. And JaeDong at this point is really just trying to get an army composition that can somehow deal with his opponent. But as I said earlier already, Roach Hydra scales badly into the late game if you don't have the support units to really help them out. And there is no hive tech. There's not even an infestation bit at this point. He's trying to get the upgrades, but HerO is chasing his units down already. It's triple Colossus, quadruple Colossus right now. A second Stargate being built. +3 nearly done. And what do we have to take down those Colossi? Nothing! There is nothing. He doesn't have a Corruptor, he doesn't have Abducts. There is nothing that can contest those Colossi. The next fight is going to be brutal for him, especially with that Warp Prism still pissing it off at the natural in the main base, warping in units everywhere, and the main army is just walking towards that base. Time Warp already being dropped, the Mothership Core goes down. Where are those force fields? No sentries with the army, and therefore the Colossi a little bit hard pressed. He's chasing them down. No force fields, no GG, I guess. 140 supply for JaeDong. Suddenly it's the Dong who takes the initiative again. Just moves in and takes the supply lead, at least for a short period of time. But he's struggling against those Zealots still. Units killed, Harvesters killed. 67 drones over the course of this match. In the main base, the Warp Prism is finally being attacked by the Queen, and apparently HerO doesn't realize it. He might lose it. Sporecrawler trying to help out here, but he's a little bit too slow. Without the force fields, HerO just couldn't protect those Colossi. He didn't have Zealots at the front to do anything against the Roach Hydra, and I think he wasn't really aware of how many units JaeDong was willing to just send in and take down these Colossi, to commit to the attack, to the defense there. So HerO looking currently at a sentry count of 0, no force fields for him. At the same time, we have him with a fleet beacon started, and he's also going into a Dark Shrine. I think a normal attack just with a couple of additional sentries to help him out there would have completely taken JaeDong apart with good force field micro. More Harvesters being eliminated right now. This is 75 killed over the course of this game. JaeDong, on the other hand, is still at 48 against 78. HerO needs to be a little bit more careful that he doesn't overcommit to Harvesters. I mean, he's still fine, don't get me wrong, but if he builds even more than that, he's going to be in trouble at some point. For now, it's the attack against the 4th base that JaeDong has to worry about. Once again, those Colossi moving back, no sentries, no force fields, no nothing. It's just roaches everywhere. We do not have Immortals yet, but there are the Storms. That's what we were waiting for. The Archon being built here, 2 nice Storms, really setting up a nice path so that those Colossi could retreat into safety. A lot of kills racking up for HerO here, and he's able to take down JaeDong's army. JD drops down to 76 supply. 76 supply for him. The army supply 26 against 45. It's the GG HerO with the 3rd win in a row. The total score right now 4-3. EG was up 4-0, and now they lost 3 maps one after another. HerO needs 2 more wins to perform the reverse all kill.